We're the Farnsworths, a travel nurse family of 5 on our 6th year of adventuring. John is an ICU travel nurse, and I am a travel nurse recruiter. Together, we're road schooling our kids, making a million memories, and sharing our experiences with you, because there are no ordinary paths. You get to choose your own way, and we're here to encourage you, whatever that might be.
From the very beginning of our travel nurse journey, we knew that there were 2 places that we had to get to at some point in our travels. In fact, these 2 places are high up on a lot of travel nurse lists. They are Alaska and Hawaii. We tackled Alaska back in the summer of 2021, and it was amazing. Finally, after years of trying to make Hawaii work, we decided to make it work by any means necessary. We spent over 6 months planning, choosing a date, and praying everything would line up just right. This was a dream destination, and win or lose, we were going for it. There were highs and there were lows, adventures and misadventures, but it's safe to say it's a journey we won't soon forget. In this video, we are recapping our 4-month assignment in Hilo, Hawaii. Think of it as a highlight reel of highlight reels. As with most of our contracts before, it seems like there was always more to explore than what we had time to see. But I'd say we did a pretty good job at hitting most everything on our list.
See you on
the other side.
See you on the other side. Be good.
There it goes.
This feels like Hawaii here.
That was pretty neat. What'd you think?
So amazing.
Oh no. Is it an adventure if you don't pop a tire? Oh my god, it's so tall. I can't get over how tall they are.
While this was a really cool opportunity, there were definitely some things that surprised us along the way.
That's neat. It's not
Yeah.
like your typical sand, you know?
Oh, that's cool looking.
4 things that surprised us. The cost was so much more than we had figured or thought possible. Groceries alone broke the bank.
This is what $56 bought me. I got some fruit, some juice, basically fruit, veggies, and bread, and juice.
We were warned that it rains a lot in Hilo, but it was so much more gloomy than we had expected. We put on more miles on our rental than we have on any other assignment, as we were constantly driving to see the sunshine on the other side of the island. There is an us versus them vibe. Local versus visitor, staff versus traveler, and it was palpable, and it did dampen our spirits a bit. The dark undertone became more evident the longer that we stayed.
I'm recording this while I'm in Hawaii, but I absolutely will not release it until I get back home safely to my house. But the truth is while Hawaii is beautiful and we went on a lot of really cool excursions, it was not what we thought it was going to be. We've been told that haole is not a derogatory name and it's all for fun and games, and it's just a foreigner term, and but every time it's been used towards us, it has been in a harmful way. We've been told that Maui is full of pretentious white people. We've been told that the negativeness that we've experienced is called toxic aloha, and it's just because we're white. Oh, I'm sorry, it's just because you're white. We get stares almost everywhere we go, and especially if we are the only mainlanders there, and we are on a side of the island that is mostly locals. And not everybody that we've encountered has been rude, of course. There have been some nice people too. Our host of our Airbnb is super friendly and super nice. There's a lot of mutterings underneath people's breath when we're out in public. And we didn't notice it at first at all, but then once we started noticing it, then we really noticed it. A lot of the negativity that I feel has come in the form of comments and stitches and duets to some of the content that I've put out on the internet. So I know that some of that is just keyboard warriors behind a screen who never have to face me, but it does spill over into real life, and it does make me more aware, and it affects our experience here.
Because of this assignment seemed to drag on in the moment. We have never counted down the days until we get to go home like we have on this assignment.
Despite the negatives, we still had a really good time and got to see some amazing things.
There were so many completely unique experiences about Hawaii. First, visiting an active volcano and seeing and smelling the steam coming up off of it was amazing. We wish we had seen actual red hot lava, but those things can't be timed, and unfortunately it just was not erupting when we were there. Black sand beaches were incredible, and also the green sand beach, which was even more rare. Trying raw cacao and seeing how chocolate is made is probably one of the biggest highlights of this whole trip. It was so cool. Another one was drinking coffee that had been grown in that area and then roasted and brewed all within like 2 days. It was the freshest coffee that we have ever had. Truly farm to table. Harvesting coconuts was another unique experience. It was one of those things that really made us feel like we were in Hawaii. And I know coconuts are grown other places, but here we were just hiking and we would find coconuts and crack them open, and it was a really cool experience. Standing above the clouds on the tallest mountain in the world from the sea level, Mauna Kea was really cool to go up, and it was really fun because it was raining so much down in Hilo, but when you drive up to the top of the mountain, you're above the clouds, so we got to see the sunset. And Chloe brought her telescope so we could see the stars. And finally, swimming with sea turtles was so much fun. They are absolutely stunning creatures, and we got to see them twice. Once was on purpose and once was accidentally, and it was such a cool experience both times. There were a few things that we didn't get to see, but we wished we had. The night swim with the manta rays was both cost prohibitive and logistically difficult, with us being on the complete opposite side of the island. It meant that we would have to stay overnight somewhere, and we had our dog with us, and there were just too many logistical barriers. Zipline tours, we really wanted to take the kids on a zipline tour, but most of them started at a couple $100 per person, and it just was not in our budget to spend $1,000 on a single excursion. Parasailing was something that our kids really wanted to do, but again, this was not only cost prohibitive, but also not really an option on the side of the island that we were on, or at least not one that we wanted to go with since it was so rainy all the time. And finally, surf lessons. Both my boys at first really wanted to take surf lessons, and even though we could find some that were fairly reasonably priced, we really did not have any extra spending money at all. And so renting a surfboard and hiring somebody to teach them how to surf was just not in our budget. We did buy some boogie boards, and we did a lot of body surfing. Overall, we had a really great time in Hawaii. Yes, there were some times that we were not happy and times where it seemed like it was dragging on forever and ever. However, we are so glad that we got this experience. I don't think there is any other manner in which we could have stayed in Hawaii for 4 months and explored other than travel nursing, much like we felt in Alaska. So we're really, really thankful for this experience. Over the next 3 weeks, we're going to sit down in front of the camera and hammer out some thoughts that we've had. This is going to include John's hospital review on Hilo Medical Center, an honest review, you won't want to miss it, whether we think Hawaii is a good place for a travel assignment, and the big one, our final costs for the entire 16 weeks that we were there, just like we broke down for Alaska. And I won't lie, I am dreading crunching those numbers. Come back with us next week for the hospital tea. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there.